Oi mate, you see me yet? Look closely at the crates. Took you long enough to find me? Welcome to Thievery 101. We thieves have one motto. What's yours is mine. Everything from a shop's rich vault of resources to a peasant's last piece of bread. The funniest part is, they think we are one of their own. And if they catch us, we vanish into the night. Nobody is safe from us, not even the highest of nobles. We topple kingdoms and manipulate minds, just to take all their loot. So what are you waiting for? It's time to take from the rich and give to the poor, or ourselves.
Greetings, warriors of Empire Clash! A shadow has loomed over our islands as a new age of roguery has begun. In this update, thieves gain an entire new arsenal of tools at their disposal. Make sure you are watching your wallets carefully, as you can never be so sure if it's about to be snatched. So let's get started. Before we get into any of the skill trees, are there any baseline features being added to the thief in this update?
Before this update, the best way to find disguised thieves was to stab everyone you see with your sword, which is a lot less fun than it sounds. Now this will no longer be the case. The Plead the Fifth skill will allow thieves who haven't done anything illegal to remain undisguised while attacked by a non-warden class. While the attack will still do damage, the thief's health bar will be hidden so that the attacker will not know that they hit a thief.
Do thieves get any new disguise abilities?
Thieves will now be able to carry fake versions of various class items with the fake credential skill. Want to act like a doctor healing other people with a bandage? Now you can. Additionally, with the actor's skill, thieves will be able to act out certain class abilities such as blacksmith crafting.
What if somebody recognizes my name? Is there any way to hide my identity?
With the forgery skill, you can impersonate anyone you want, whether that's an enemy engineer or Builderman himself. The wig skill can be toggled on or off to give you a random hair anytime you disguise yourself.
What if I want to, blend in even more? The bush Wookiees out there could use some camouflage.
Have you ever felt that human disguises just weren't that sneaky enough? Then, I have good news for you. If you unlock the Blending In perk, you will get an entirely new arsenal of disguises. From rocks, to stumps, and even crates, you can now fool the enemy team by blending into the environment. Now, you will never know if that extremely suspicious looking bush is actually a bush, or a thief waiting to steal all your resources.
Say hypothetically if I get caught for, hypothetically robbing somebody, and I need to get away quickly, what are the tools at my disposal?
Smoke bombs are now purchasable at the firearm shop for thieves with the proper skill. When you use one, a puff of smoke will surround you and you'll disappear from sight for 20 seconds, giving you plenty of time to escape. Before we continue into the new thief abilities, we also want to announce several quality of life features in the coming update. And to start, the current general hat kinda looks a bit like a taco, so is there any chance these are going to be improved?
I am so happy to announce that generals no longer have tacos on their heads. The quartermasters of Runespire and Stonetonis have recently updated their wares, and generals now have a spiffy new hat to show off. They even have different colors depending on the general's empire.
You know when you're capturing a point and the enemy team keeps spawning on it and rushing you with their Game Pass starter kit melee weapon? This is mad annoying. Will there be a nerf to this frustration?
Yes, starting in this update, each non-capsule territory will have supply. Now, when you spawn on a territory using a class with starter weapons, you will consume one supply. Once a territory runs out of supply, you will be unable to spawn there with your starter weapon. Territories start each round with 3 supplies, and gain 1 supply every 5 minutes, until reaching a cap of 5 supplies. This system aims to simulate having small militias defend territories, but not having the immersion-breaking experience of 10 generals spawning in with their weapons as soon as you start capturing.
Are there any other classes getting improvements in this update?
Engineers can now build deployable gates. These gates act similarly to normal gates. Teammates can pass through them, but enemies and teams without gate permissions cannot.
I heard the combat system is getting a bit of a rework this update. What changed?
This update will give the combat system controls a long overdue rewrite. Gone are the days of the old combat glitches, where your musket would auto-fire or your melee attacks would become sticky and not swing properly. Now, combat should feel much more fluid without these pesky glitches. Additionally, kicking has been changed to trigger upon when you release the kick button instead of when you first press it, so you can time your kicks much better. Anyways, back to the thief content. So let's get to the point here. How do I rob shops?
Simple. Go to the shop's inventory shelf and hold the proximity prompt. Beware though, others will be able to see and hear you rob the shop. To sell the resources you stole, you must take it back to a friendly territory alive, and you can only hold one robbed item at a time.
What if I'm locked out of a capital? Is there an alternate way inside?
As a thief, you can unlock the ability to enter capitals through secret tunnels. Each capital has one entrance, usually located at the front near the gate. Be careful of being spotted while trying to enter. Wardens are always on the hunt for intruders.
So once I get inside, how am I going to let my teammates through the gates?
To do so, lockpicks are purchasable in the tool shop. To use a lockpick, go up to an enemy gate from the inside, hold the lockpick tool, and open the gate with the proximity prompt. Voila! Your enemy of jesters, or whatever, can now infiltrate your enemies.
Man, I am really tired of seeing the enemy team having parties without me. How do I poison their bread? I just really want to ruin their day.
To poison an enemy team's bread supply, with the Poison Their Bread skill, go up to an enemy team's tavern and hold poison bread. The enemy monarch will then have the option to throw away 50 bread to get rid of the poison bread, or deal with having poison bread in that tavern for 10 minutes. Party ruined.
I love nothing more than seeing a full-on faction revolution in the works. Is there any way I can strategically spark one on my enemies?
Sometimes, an empire's people just need a little extra nudge to start revolting against their monarch. With the political agitator perk, you can post propaganda posters in enemy capitals. Each poster that is up will decrease the monarch's approval rating by 5%. Military classes can take these posters down, but if you're fast enough, you may witness the enemy empire crumble due to your actions.
I heard there was a bounty board coming in this update. How do I place contracts and how do I take them on?
Contracts can be used to hire thieves with the contract skill to take out your enemies. They'll last across all servers, and as a thief you can only take out one contract at a time, but can change it out for another whenever you like. You also have the option to take contracts out on a neutral player, but be warned, they along with their teammates will be allowed to kill you.
Well, that's all for this update. Please let us know in the comments what you think of the update, and if you have any suggestions. We always appreciate your ideas. Hopefully, you will survive the chaos thieves are about to bring to Sotonus and Runespire. And, as always, I will see you soon on the battlefields of Empire Clash.